How'd he do that?
My father made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
I remember that wedding scene because Diane and I, afterward, went home and got really drunk because we thought we were so bad. We thought the movie was so bad and that we were the worst things in it and that we were going to lose. They were going to take the parts from us because I remember that. But Francis wanted me, and that was why I was there. We did the scene, Diane and I, and Marlon Brando was watching me doing the scene. And there was one take when a leaf fell from the tree on my shoulder. And I just took the leaf and I did something with it. Then Marlon came over to me at the end of it, and he just leaned in and said, I like what you did with the leaf.
Frank, I didn't know you. You didn't know me. You fired without looking?
I absorbed Frank Serpico, I just sort of channeled him, and I looked at him, and I couldn't help myself. I had to say, why didn't you just take the money and give it to charity or something? Why did you fight it so? And he said, well, if I took the money, who would I be when I listened to Beethoven? It was interesting stuff.
Tito, you're nothing to me now.
I got a little overwhelmed with that character because he was so internal that I saw it really took me on a bit. And at that time, I wasn't used to movies as much as I am now. And I felt I had to always sort of be in it. And so it wears you because you're up there 14 hours a day. Now I know about camper life. You get a camper that has cable. You go in there, you watch CNN, you get your head clear, you go back out again. But then it was always carrying it with me. It did, though, help the performance, I must say, but it took a lot out of me.
Robbing a bank's a federal offense. They got me on kidnapping, armed robbery. They're gonna bury me, man.
I was a stage actor. I always thought movies were a little harder for me to do. I had a harder time adjusting to it. I had been drinking a lot at the time, imbibing a lot of things, having a strange kind of life, and which was nothing to do with work. And I remember my great producer friend, manager at the time, called me after I had turned down the movie. And he said, Al? I said, hey, hi, Marty, what's going on? He said, are you sober? I said, yeah, I guess I am. He says, can I send the script over to you again? We've been together so long. Just read the script. So I started reading it. I read it cover to cover, and I thought, well, I gotta do this thing. I don't want to, but I gotta do it.
Say hello to my little friend.
I was doing a gunfight, and I had all these squibs on me, and they shot me up, and I was jumping around, well, those squibs are going, it's like you're getting shot. And then I leaped off, fell back, and I went to pick up the gun again, and I put my hand on the barrel of a gun that was just 30 rounds was just shot from, and my hand stuck to the barrel, and that was it. The skin just came right off my hand, and wow, rushed to the hospital. And this nurse comes in, and she sits me down. She says, oh, yeah. Oh, you're the movie actor. Yeah, you're Al Pacino. Yeah. I thought you were some scumbag coming here with the. When she first saw me, some scumbag with all the blood and I thought, well, I don't know. I mean, no, I guess not. Hoo-ah! 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 Hoo-ah came from this guy who was teaching me how to load and unload a .45 blind. And there's a lot of little things you gotta learn. So I was forever having practice with this guy, teaching me how to do it. And I mean, it was a real lieutenant colonel, this guy. And every time it came to, I would do something good, say a little good, he would go, hoo-ah. And so I'd do something, that's it, hoo-ah. And then I said, what is that? He says, oh, that's what we do when you do some hoo-ah with the troops going along. I thought, I gotta use that. That comes from heaven, that stuff. When you get it shot like that, I mean, that's great.
But I'll tell you, if it's between you and some poor bastard whose wife you're gonna turn into a widow, brother, you are going down.
He's so great, and he was smart because he said he didn't want to rehearse the scene with me. Never want to rehearse it. And at first I didn't know, I thought, all right. But then I realized he was right. It really made a difference, I think. And that was very, very clever. There I was, in my 50s, and I'm up there really gonna chase this guy. So I warmed up, I did everything right. I did the first run after Bob, and I ran really, really speedy, you know. And I did it again. And I thought, I can do this, you know. And that was it. It was over. Hurt my hamstring. And poor Bob had to run around all night by himself, being chased by an understudy. I just lay up in my camper. And it was a worthwhile injury.